All right, people, my enthusiast auto group, EAG, E46, white, Alpine white. This is Alpine white, isn't it? Yep. Yeah, Alpine white M3 is here. So this is a 2005. It's a non-comp package. I didn't really care so much about comp package because I'm about to tear this thing apart anyway. But the car just arrived 30 minutes ago. This is my first look at it. The bumper clips, the front clip has been repainted, just reconditioned the rear bumper as well. But the paint looks really good. I mean, obviously I haven't gotten the light out yet, and it was on the truck, so it's a little dusty. But this is a 39,000 mile, let's just call it 40,000 mile car. 05. It's had, I think I'm the fourth owner. It's been back and forth the EAG several times. But the cool thing about buying from these guys is there's crazy documentation, which I'm going to ruin this because I'm not going to document squat other than videos. Maybe I should. Maybe Mike Waba can convince me to keep the records up. But I don't know if this is a forever car for me. I may still keep looking for like a 2,000 mile example, which I may or may not get. But I think, Alpine white, this is the color that I always wanted. This was what, certainly in the E92, the launch was a white car. I don't remember what this one was, but when the E46 came out, I was in my early 20s, and I was still a Honda boy. And I went to the BMW dealership probably 5 or 6 times in that sort of that window from 01 to 2006 to inquire about either trading in for an E46 330 or an E46. And every time I went there and I saw the payment was $700 or $800, and I was making 50, 60 grand at the time, it just wasn't a smart move. And so I never got one. And it's always been on my list. The proportions of this car are just, I think, freaking perfect. And you see these in photos from the side, that side view of an E46 is just freaking fantastic. And then to have it next to my E36 and E92, this has always been my dream, was to have the trio of what I think are the best M3s. I don't want an E30. It's a little too old for me. I don't want another F80, and I certainly don't want a G80 unless they do something to fix the front clip. But this car has been well documented, clearly very well maintained. I'm going to change a bunch of stuff. We'll probably reinforce the subframe. I'll have Martin swap out the tint. I'm likely going to do a Carboneous sunroof delete and carbon fiber roof swap. So I'm gonna do what I do and make it mine and not give a crap what anybody else thinks about the future resale value. We're gonna dry ice. I'm gonna dry ice clean this one myself using the Evo and the big machine down at Scott's shop. We'll also probably be doing the CSL style or the Carboneous intake, Brembos. I don't know about wheels. These are the like 05, 06 comp wheels that obviously aren't original to the car, but I'd probably get a set of these anyway. And then these are Pilot Super Sports. I'll probably have to get, Evan told me there's a little bit of you can feel from the car sitting so much over the last 4 or 5 years. I don't know how old these tires are, but they probably need they rebalance them, but they probably need an update. But it was a really great experience buying, from EAG. I've been on their site thousands of times, just checking it. I'd probably check that site, I don't know, at least once a week. What cars they got? Which one? Should I get a Lime Rock E92? What should I get another? Should I get every time I go on there, I'm like, I should get an M5 to add to the collection. But the E46 has always been on the list, and I've been in search for one. And when this really clean, really simple black on white or white on black car showed up, I knew that this was probably one to consider. Now, you're gonna crap a brick, but I paid 65 grand for this thing. So that's what you gotta do to get a clean example of these cars now. I paid 45 grand for my E36. I paid $65 for this. I paid $43 for my E92, but that was, you know, 2.5, 3 years ago. These cars, I think these cars are going to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Maybe not mine, but versions of these 3 cars are going to be worth what E30s are worth. I know they made a zillion of them, but go try to find, you know, one like this. There's, you know, a dozen or so that come up, you know, a year, but there aren't thousands of really clean, well-maintained, taken care of examples. And I'm going to remove one from the market because I'm about to rip the roof off of this thing. So I don't have any huge plans other than to do the CSL intake and the tune, and well, we'll dry ice clean this. It's really clean, but we'll dry ice clean all of this stuff. You know, white will be a good example to show, you know, removing the factory cosmoline, you know, but, and, you know, fixing stuff like this is, you know, that where I take it to the next level. But this is, you know, a car that the plan is, we'll see how long it lasts. The plan is to just leave it alone until the E36 is at least back on the road running. And so it's got some goofball graphene coating on it, which it was already on. It was too late for me to tell them not to put that crap on there. But the car looks good. The couple little things I need to, they already made, let me know that, can't I just pull this off like I did on the E36? Just to replace this little rear window trim. But the nice thing about buying an EAG car is that like 95% of what I would have had to have done is already done or never needed to be done. You know, that's the big thing with their cars, is that you don't need to do a lot of the things that you would have to do because they've already, they're buying cars that are really, really clean examples. So, I'm gonna open the trunk on this thing. M3 badge has got to come off. We got to get some IND black painted badges.
Getting some parts off this thing.
Huh?
Maybe getting some parts off this thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's got your little floor mat back there.
Yeah.
I think these are 3 Series floor mats, aren't they?
I think the ones in there are disintegrating, actually.
Yeah, but I can get the floor mats for this. You know, we'll dry ice clean up this here in the trunk, but you know, I don't have to do much to this car. That's what's really, really cool. You got this, you know, this is a 90, we'll call this an 80%er, and we're going to get it to 90%, whereas my E36 was like a 60%er, and we're going to get it to, you know, to get that one to 95%. And we're going to do suspension, brakes, exhaust. Exhaust is going to be the chase on this thing. I'm probably going to have 57 different exhausts. Let's take a look at the interior. The interior is really clean. I'm going to be doing M Performance seats, probably custom stitch, something cool. I'll get the M Performance steering wheel, but there really isn't much for me to do with the interior other than get a unit NR7. The factory seat looks fantastic. I mean, the bolster is part of the deal. You know, you get a little bolster creasing. That's what comes with it. We'll do a full color lock treatment, but looks like their detail team did a pretty good job here on this. I need to get some new sun visors. But yeah, I think we're going to yank the roof off and redo it. I always got to pull this bull crap off of here. So one of the cool things about this car is like fluids and all the normal plugs and coils and all that stuff. I don't need to do any of that. You know, so that's why I say this is a 90%er. Next oil change, 44,000. I'll probably never get there. Next oil change, 12 months from this video. Yeah, I think we should go for a drive. Now, you're gonna scoff at this, some of you. I have never driven an E46 M3 in my entire life. So I've wanted one forever. And I bought this, sight unseen, and I've never even driven one. I've ridden in one like 3 times on one weekend, in my buddy Ryan's Le Mans SMG stock competition package car. I think he still has that thing, but he's destroyed it. You know, he's one of those Ryan. If he ever watches this, he's the friend that like you've never wanted to ride with because he's a psycho. He's one of the cars are meant to be driven hard, guys. I still have nightmares waking up of him taking me out in his VR4, 3000 GT VR4, about killing me. So I'm going to set up the GoPros, take it for my very first E46 experience, and let's hope I don't come back saying, let's get this thing out of here. I think I'm going to love it. Let's do it. All right, bros, BMW bros, first drive. This is my first ever E46 driving experience. Dark in here. Gotta get some better window tint. But man, it's nice. Really, really nice. It's nice to know that I'm not like waiting for the tick or the crack or the creak. It's really great to know that, that's why I bought an EAG car, and you pay for that service of this thing. Hopefully, it should be super well sorted. Let me see, does this thing come out? Oh yeah, there we go, that's better. I always like the steering wheel as low as I can get it, where I can still see the very top of the gauge cluster. And then, I'm probably a little too far back. I don't like any gangster lean. I like to sit upright. But, these older BMWs, I'm a little too big for them. So let's do it. So, I'm not much of a stock BMW guy. I like modified BMWs, so I'm gonna love it when this thing is set up to my preference. But it's nice to know that I've got something I can drive around in for a little while until I start ripping it apart and messing it up. We all do that. All of us guys that love to modify things, we take them and make them worse. Just leave it alone, but that's no fun. Let's get set up here. Yeah, I really needed to go down a little bit further. It makes zero noise. So, I don't know that I'll have a lot of impressions here. And I kind of know what to expect, having owned several different BMWs over the years. And we'll probably hit 40,000 miles here today. I don't know what the operating temp is on this, probably somewhere around 200 degrees. Oil temp. Is that oil temp? That's water temp, not oil temp. Oh wait, that's oil. Okay, that's oil and that's water temp. The water temp is on the right. So the S54, I think, has quite a bit less torque. I don't know what the plot looks like, but I think that this has quite a bit less low-end torque than the E36, than the S52, but it has quite a bit more top-end horsepower. These are 333 horsepower. See, when you have a nice stock car like this, it just makes me want to just cruise like a grandpa, just cruise around. Yeah, this car is very nice. Let's go over this little bump here. This is like I'm driving a 2-year-old M3. I should lean it a little bit, just a tad bit. I just don't like to lean, I like to sit upright. And I like to have it where I comfortably, even though it's a little tighter, where I'm comfortably bottoming out the clutch without having to tiptoe, you know what I'm saying? So even though I could probably rock the seat a little further back, all right, we gotta be getting close to coming up to operating temp. The red line on this is 8. It's 8,000, I believe. Yeah. I'm going 65, no shimmy, no shake. Steering wheel is nice and straight. Hit that little bump there. Car's nice and composed. I don't hear any major squeaks or rattles. A little crunchiness because, you know, it is an 05 car. Everybody's been telling me I'm going to love this car out of the M3s. I'm going to like this one the most. We'll see. Right now, I can tell you this does not eclipse my my E92 experience. That's for sure. But you know, this is the first experience, and it's stock. Yeah, it's good. I just think about, so excuse the vanity here, but when this thing's lowered with brakes, I think I'm going to do something custom. I think I might do some blue stitching on the seats on this thing. And so if I do some blue stitching and maybe some, I always rail against this, but everybody does blue. You gotta match the seat belts to the calipers, which is freaking stupid. It makes no sense. But I might add a little bit of just a subtle touch of blue to this car, with some stitching on the seats. Maybe do some blue calipers, my Brembo calipers. Or what I might do, I've been saying this forever, I might do carbon ceramic kit on the E92, which means I would need to get new wheels. But if I did carbon ceramics on the E92 and just transfer over to the yellow Brembos to this, because I'm pretty sure they fit no problem. I have I always forget what I have, 385s front and rear. They're at 85 millimeter rotors. You're gonna stay on your side of the road, lady? Yeah, in its current form, I'm gonna drive, well, maybe we'll drive Wavas next week to show what the car can be. Because right now I'm ready to take a nice leisurely stroll, nice little classy BMW bro, little nap drive. But you know what's so great about these classic BMWs is that I guess they're not classics yet. I guess my E46 is technically a classic. But what's great about these is that, you know, you get a great platform of which to start doing some modifications to. But it is still a normal, you know, it's still a 3 Series that's designed to drive 150,000 miles, to drive every day. And I love the fact that you can, you know, these, you know, you can just wind them out and you're not going, you know, you're still going above the speed limit clearly, but you're not, it's not like the modern cars that are so fast that you're just going get arrested speeds. Makes zero noise. Let's see the brakes. The brakes work. I do like that it's white though. I can never get a Laguna because those were what girls always had back in the 2000s. Like, you're like the newly successful pharmaceutical rep is all I can think of. Is like 5'3" blonde pharmaceutical rep is what the Laguna M3 is for. Isn't it called Laguna, that baby bluish version? So Interlagos, I guess that's what Ryan's was Interlagos, not Le Mans. No, his is Le Mans. I don't know, whatever. But the, I was looking at red ones just to get something different, but I really wanted white. Need to go send an email to State Farm. I left Chubb and went to State Farm. Cut my insurance cost by 60%. Chubb is great. I just didn't need that much insurance anymore. I had all of my cars insured stated value. My E46, I've stated the value at $55,000 what it's insured for, but all the rest of the cars are just insured for whatever, the normal black book, whatever they say they're worth if it was totaled. This is going to be fantastic. Get some induction noise, get an exhaust, find an exhaust that isn't so raspy. I'm sure everybody will start making their suggestions to me. And I probably won't listen for the first 4 times, then I'll finally listen and then get the right one after the 4th try. Temp about 207, 205. Let's do a little first gear, a little pull here. Oops. Doesn't bounce off the rev limiter like a Honda would. Oh shoot, I'm not even in sport mode. Oh, you can tell. When I get that CSL intake, man, it's gonna open it up. You can hear the engine wanting to make some noise. It's just BMW held back. To hit 40,000 miles, 39,995. I wonder, if this car would suit me well doing an awesome stereo in it. I need to do a stereo in something. I'm not doing so well at shifting this thing here today. I'm sure you'll let me have it on that. I like it. No shakes, no shimmies, like I said, no squeaks. There's a tiny little bit of a squeak in the rear somewhere, but I mean, that's typical of pretty much any car. Engine feels strong. Clutch feels great. Typical, rubbery BMW transmission. We'll probably do an auto solution short shifter on this. Shorten up the stock, or the whatever you call that thing, the shaft of the shift linkage. It's not shift linkage, you know what I mean. But I'm telling you, especially if you're of my, age, think about when you see an E46 rolling down the road. It's one of those love at first sight things. Having a little bit of a, rev matching is, I'm not good at heel towing, but rev matching is one of those things I'm pretty good at. And for whatever reason, I'm not getting this one right. Mercedes, no, doesn't want to come at me. It's just putting back there. The C-Class. So we don't have anybody in front of us. Let's see if we can get this thing going pretty fast. Just roll around in third gear, 5,000 RPM. Let's enter. Tap of the brake. Yeah, I can't wait to get a suspension on this thing. Hold on, yeah. Forget I don't have a radar detector on this thing. No, I gotta go get the window badge. Like the throttle, you gotta really dig into the throttle to get it to rev match. There's the window. Windows work. That's good. I'm excited. I'm excited to have this to me is more about the collecting than anything. But I'm excited. I think I'm really gonna like this car. I have to hit 40,000 miles in the neighborhood. I got another new car.
I'm excited for you. I'm watching your open house online. I'm like, I can't go because I got to work, but I think that's so exciting.
Are you here Saturday?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
We have, I'm gonna have like a van coming.
Okay.
Like a little shuttle where they're just.
I saw it on Facebook and I'm like, a shuttle. Okay, you better be telling me about this.
Yeah, so. Don't tell the homeowners about it, but.
I won't tell the homeowners.
We're gonna bring like 10 people at a time.
Okay. That's fine.
And just have them come and look at my garage, and then. So we're just bringing a van where they're going to take 10 people, drop them off, go get another group, and then swap back and forth.
Okay, should I expect anybody else, like in just random cars?
No, just no one's allowed to do that.
You got it. I'm excited for you. I'm watching you. I'm a viewer. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I got this 20 minutes ago.
What do you got going on there? There's a lot happening here.
I'm just shooting a video.
Wow. And this is yours now?
Yeah, I just got it now 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Okay, do you like it so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta make it sound better though. I gotta get rid of exhaust.
It doesn't sound like yours or your dad's. No. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
All right. I didn't know that the guards are watching the channel. That's cool. So sorry, my GoPro woes. I think 4K with a GoPro in the summer is not a good thing. But car's great. I think we're off to a really good start. I'm not a huge fan of stock BMW, so I'm sorry to all you purists out there, but this sucker's about to get chopped up with hopefully some great parts, and the end result will be awesome with wheels and brakes and suspension and carbon fiber stuff and things like that. So, but anyway, thanks to EAG for making it a great experience, and I'm going to take it from here. But the car's well sorted right from start. So that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to, I've always wanted to get a car from them. I could skip a lot of the steps I've had to do with this thing. So anyway, thanks for watching, and more E46 content coming. See you soon.